this current game is from Xavier Mellon, who has over 2K hours in the game of Dead by Daylight, so for twice the amount. I expect people to know their macro and micro play, so you should be able to have relatively quick chases and patrol the gens fairly well. You are playing Ghostface, who is kind of a kind of killer, very like bottom 5, bottom 10, like he just doesn't have a lot going for him. He doesn't have any true anti-loop. He doesn't really have map mobility, and those are kind of the things that make a character good in Dead by Daylight. So you just have stealth, and stealth is one of the weaker abilities that you can have in DBD. So yeah, luckily you ended up on Larry's, which is one of Ghostface's best maps, if not outright his best map in the game. So that's great. So you kind of got, you know, bad killer choice, but like the perfect map to play him on, which will actually make him fairly good. Larry's is a small indoor map, so there's a lot of places to hide, crouch, and stalk people. So you got very, very lucky. Let's go ahead and take a look at Addon's new perks. His name is Philly, which reduces the time to mark survivors by 20%, which is very, very good. And then you drop like Knife Sheath, which is 10% haste after marking a survivor for 5 seconds. Both of which are really, really good. These are some of his best add-ons. That, in addition to his other excellent brown add-on, Walleye's Matchbook, which reduces the shroud recovery time. Another great pick. If you want to be funny, zany, you can do Driver's License. I don't know why I said it like that. Driver's License. This is the weird one, which causes generators to explode and lose 20% of the maximum progress if you stalk somebody while they're on it. And then the gen blocks for 15 minutes. So those are kind of like the add-ons you're looking at, but these two are perfect. Usually I see Ghostface mains running any of the 3, that being Philly, the drop like Knife Sheath, or Walleye's Matchbook. I was like, I want to say Wally. Walleye's Matchbook. Usually those are the 3 I see them running, so this is fine. Your build is pretty good. I actually like your build a lot. You have Pain Res Eruption, which is a pretty cool combo. Do keep in mind that sometimes Pain Res hitting a gen will stop you from being able to kick it for Eruption. So just keep that in mind. I think Eruption is an exceptionally underrated perk. I think people kind of sleep on this one a little bit. Nurses is a excellent pick for Ghostface. Dorito, thank you so much for the follow. I muchly appreciate that. Now I want my Doritos. I have Flamin' Hot Doritos. They're very, very good. Hope you're doing well today. Nurse is a great pick on Ghostface because you can catch people healing themselves or healing each other through walls, sneak up on them, hit them. Nurses overall is kind of just like a perk that has been power crept over time. Hopefully they adjust that at some point. Lethal, however, despite being a good perk on its own, does not actually synergize at all with Nurse's Calling. And I don't know if you knew that, because what Lethal Pursuer does is, in addition, hey Sabrina, how's it going? How are you? Hopefully you're well today. Lethal Pursuer, in specific, obviously gives you the head start by showing their auras at the beginning of the match, but the duration extension ability that Lethal has only applies to auras that have a duration set to them, which Nurse's Calling does not have that. A Nurse's Calling only goes off while they're healing and ends exclusively when they do stop healing. There's not technically a duration there. Now, if Nurse's Calling, said, you know, oh, when they are healing, it reveals them while they're healing, and this lingers for 2 seconds. Like, if it did that, yeah, it would extend that. But since it's just set to only when they're healing, it technically does not have a set duration, so it does not get extended by Lethal. However, as Chad has already beat me to, it does give you the option to extend your aura reading that Eruption does give you. The amount of times people will actually be on a gen when you hit Eruption, fairly low, so I wouldn't run these on purpose for synergy, but it is a little thing that has a little bit of synergy. Just keep that in mind.
Ghostface's best map. That's good. Alright. There is... Yep, no distortion, alright. Okay. Took a break from Dead by Daylight for like 2 weeks, so I'm probably going to be rusty, so hopefully this is a difficult match since...
Why is this showing us right
rust? This fighter there. Yeah. We don't really want to chase this Ghostface unless we actually have to, but we don't really need to there. We know that's
well, it's good to... It's not bad to chase this Ghostface, but early on it is good to kind of like set up your stalks early. Kind of like try to 99 people. You got her partially, but like you didn't. She's nowhere near 99.
do that.
Yeah, try to lean. Try to lean when you're stalking. Leaning is like you can normal stalk, but like the bread and butter of this character is the lean stalk, which is easier said than done because leaning is very buggy and weird. But
They
try to do
saw
that
me.
whenever you can.
God damn, they saw me. Alright, okay. You're pretty much almost 99, so yeah. Yes, it's eruptions gen. Yeah, it's eruptions gen.
This is where matchbook Walleyes matchbook would be nice.
I took it to
because then it would give you your power back quicker.
I normalized because I was
like
busy.
realistically the reveal mechanic for Ghostface is so silly that you're going to be getting broken out of your power a lot even if you're good at the character. So it's just like good insurance, you know.
I got a bit burnt out, obviously. Yeah.
If this is still too loud, do let me know. I know Aldi balancing different YouTube videos can be kind of like
I'm probably going
difficult.
Not be good.
For walls and pallets. I was talking about recovering your power after you're getting revealed. What did you think I said, Croft?
Yep. Oh, there's over there. Can I not walk into a door, please? Thank you.
Yeah, what did you think I meant?
Even though this is definitely Ghostface's best map, it definitely can be.
It is Ghostface's best map, but you keep walking out into like really open areas. What you should realistically be doing is usually taking advantage of these like small rooms that are these small square rooms that go in between these areas. Because realistically, even though this is Ghostface's best map, you are only exclusively walking in the long hallways and the main building area, the main treatment theater. No, that's Olsen's wallet, right? That's what that's called. It's a green add-on. Yeah, Olsen's wallet. I got the name right. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Okay, that's where the confusion was. Okay.
Wicked to stalk some survivors since, unfortunately, there are just very objects in the way. Like there are just objects in the way that can. It's good for Ghostface since you can be more.
You do have a lot of stock set up, but eventually you do need to start getting pressure. It's like you haven't downed anybody in almost 2 minutes. Keep in mind that gens and DVD only take 90 seconds overall.
Let's do that.
Once again, you're not really leaning. You're just kind of like normal stalking.
Yeah, they're over there. I believe I saw. Yeah, they're over there. No,
why did you not pursue that?
I haven't got it down yet.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. It's just like
I haven't got it down. It's been like about, I would say, 2 minutes so far. I do not know.
Hey, you were right. I just said
obviously I'm playing Ghostface. He doesn't really like chase, but he's not.
Okay, really... Ghostface does. Okay, so the gameplay flow of Ghostface is don't not chase. You're kind of thinking like Hag, right? Hag is one of those characters where you just kind of hit and run a bunch. Ghostface, what you're doing here is good in the sense that you're setting up a lot of 99 stocks, which is good. It's what you should do. But also refusing to ever take a chase ever is the opposite extreme. If that makes sense. You don't want to not chase ever, especially when your only slowdown only goes off based off of downing and hooking people. So don't not chase ever. That's the opposite extreme.
You shouldn't really chase as often as other kids, but yeah.
Hit and run works for characters like Wraith and Hag because they're delivering injuries throughout the match to force them to either heal or play injured. You are not exhibiting any pressure whatsoever.
Life, of course. Most easy exhaustion pack to use in the game. Result window and you get speed. Alright. Oh, you're running the other way. There's no reason to keep chasing you since you're
also doing nothing in the interim.
Since life just extends the chase now. And I'm playing an M1 who can't really chase it yet.
Yeah, also you're running Nurse's Calling, which is the whole value out of Nurse's Calling is to catch people healing themselves while you're in stealth. But they're not even injuring them, so this perk might as well just be a dead perk slot.
We got down here, Eruption. Yeah, 2 gens have been gone and this is my first down. Yikes. I haven't been playing this game for 2 years and yet.
Luckily you have a resort, didn't you?
No.
Make sure you look up to avoid flashlights.
I played this skill straight without any other kills for 2 years. And before yeah. I remember I used to play only Ghostface for 2 years straight and this is still how I play. But now obviously I'm rusty, so yeah, that probably explains why, but Yeah.
Yeah, you should have been doing this earlier. We were just taking pot shots at people.
Oh, now obviously Ghostface is getting a buff, so that's nice. No, definitely won't like make him. It definitely, you'll still be in a CT, I would say. But is he the best CT killer? Probably. And I'll maybe have.
I don't think so.
A claim.
I don't think so.
But like, yeah, no one's on the gen. I could have optioned that, but.
Ghostface basically only works.
Like 3 gens that I needed to see
as a strong killer when he's given Larry's and the right build. Like if you were out on like freaking Rotten Fields or something, like you're like
calling over there.
See, like this, you haven't been getting any of this gameplay the entire match because despite the fact that you brought nurses to do this exact thing, you haven't injured anybody in 4 minutes. Oh, like
I got
a little bit under 4 minutes because you hit Yui not too long ago.
Yeah, that's Jake. So what we can do?
Yeah, so you partial stock Jake, and now she's injured, so or she's exposed. So that you were
actually lunge there.
There wasn't a chance you were gonna get that.
But yeah, what we could do is make it so Fang can't really take a protection here, and then we can go after Jake. This gives us like this potentially.
You should have gone after the person you had exposed, because then you get another pain rest stack. I don't know why you're going after Jake here.
Us in the long run, hopefully. Yeah. Yep. There he is. Luckily, I chased the right person. Yep. So now Fang.
Because like he could DS you theoretically,
but then I got slugged. So yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's kind of like a win-win for that.
It's not a win-win because like you should have chased the person that was exposed so you get the pain res, and then after you hooked or come back to him where he wouldn't have. You're lucky he didn't have DS, but if he could have had DS there.
Yeah, but yeah, like. Right. So now Fang can't really do anything.
Now at this point, because of the way you're playing, you're essentially going to have to just tunnel Jake off hook if you want a chance of winning this. That is the only way you get out of this.
That's good. There. Yep. You're still on that general. I guess we can put the survive our commotion for a bit. Let's just chase you.
Right there. Usually I don't recommend to kick gens when there's 2 survivors around. Right there, I would have kicked that to try and get eruption value because that gen's almost done.
Our commission for a bit. So even if you could complete that gen,
you could have like W'd and got her there. I don't know why you doubled back.
Help the teammates right now. Well, what days you can help, but like not like take a protection or anything. I thought you might have actually greeted it since you might have tried to go around. All right, smart.
You keep ending. I need you to stop what you're doing like right now. I'm like talking to you like you're in real time. There has been 2 instances in this specific loop where she has been within like 2 or 3 feet and then a lunge in down distance, and you keep doubling back. The purpose of mind games like doubling back or hiding your red stain is to gain distance on the survivor. So like the current way you're running the loop and Wing at them, they will make either window or pallet before you get to them. So by hiding your red stain, doubling back, you are saving that precious 1 or 2 feet to actually get the lunge, to actually get the down, or to use your power and get the down, depending on who you're playing. But there's been multiple times where if you had just stayed the current direction you're running the loop, you could have got the lunge and down fairly easily, but you keep doubling back and like sabotaging yourself. There's no better way to put it. You're just sabotaging yourself. So try to understand that mind games are specifically there to gain distance on the survivor. If you already have the distance, there's no reason to do them.
All right. Yep.
I actually see this fairly commonly in a lot of match reviews. Is like people just like see like killer mains like do specific mind games and they don't know why, so they just repeat them at like really odd moments.
Yep, just leave.
Because they see their favorite content creator do it, so they're like, oh well, that's a good thing to do, right? But like the right tool for the wrong situation doesn't get the job done. That's the best way I can phrase it.
I need to find Jake.
Even if it's the best tool that it possibly could be, if you're trying to use it for the wrong situation, it doesn't work.
No one's here. Oh, I hear someone. Please be Jake. Oh, that's you. Okay, at least I got down here. Nope, never mind. It's Fang. God damn it. Ugh, that sucks. That sucks. I do need to find Jake.
Yeah, at this point, the only chance of winning is just hard tunneling Jake out.
Down here, I guess.
You were really hard behind on pressure.
Got down.
Everyone won't work with the screw. I mean, you could in a very awful way.
If I can come off that bounce back now, it should be surprising.
If you're strong enough.
So I probably have to mess up for that to happen.
So you're finally starting to get value out of your slowdown.
Nothing up from a close, I believe. Just check that gen.
Red, what?
That is pretty far away from us.
Imagine just like a giant ogre going, this work anyway.
Nope. I guessed wrong. That's right. Yes, return. Yes, return. Let's return. Yeah, me to find Jake. That's the thing. He's like trying to find. It's gonna be tricky. Oh, yes.
You're also still not leaning like at all. Like you're not even attempting to.
Stuck on you, so that's nice. That's nice.
I feel like that's another mistake I see with a lot of ghost faces. Triangle goes into the square hole. It's like you don't
get this down because I know I can get this down easily. Thanks to the haste add-on. So even if she was able to make the palette previously, she cannot.
I was saying something there. I just totally lost it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, a lot of ghost faces think that like leaning is like optional. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's so much better. But then they just don't use it.
Right, okay.
I'm like, why?
My best guess is Jake was on that gen then.
The good thing is that Painter's token did not take, which means there's no other gen progress on the map right now.
Yeah, I think it was either the thing or the Jake, and thankfully it was a Jake.
Oh,
of course I don't get
that was close. That was close.
I probably wouldn't.
You can also see you over this loop, so realistically, mind gaming here doesn't matter too much. I think you need to re-diagnose yourself on like, why do I do mind games? Because currently it just seems like you do mind games just to do mind games. You were literally trying to hide your red stain over a loop that he can see you over. I don't think you realized that you were doing that. The point of doing that little turnaround thing is to throw your red stain the opposite direction. That way they see your red stain around the wall or around a corner and panic and go the wrong direction and give you distance. But you were doing that in full view. He could see you. So that did nothing but lose you distance. I feel like you need to go back to the drawing board on like why I use mind games and what for.
Nice.
Because you don't have it right.
I need to grab a Jake now. Yep. I was going to the loop near one of the exit gates, I believe.
Or shoot loops all the time.
I'm not trying to play this loop.
Like it's so weird. Like
yep, I believe it might go to the loop near the exit gate.
It's just like I said, it's one of those things where it's like oh, I see mind game good, and I'm not really analyzing why we do the specific mind game.
Once you get Jake here, we just got this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Never mind. I guess I have to brute force it. Great. Yep, have to brute.
That's why I like bringing chase perks on Ghostface.
Yep,
because like
he know what they're doing,
he definitely needs the help.
My best guess is going to run left. Nope, he's going right. All right. Okay, you bring
the short side. Like if he was close enough.
Okay. Well, we can cut you off.
If he was close enough to on the short side, that where you like double back and go back, and he would give you enough distance to hit the.
Interesting choice making, Jake.
To hit the swing, then yeah, because like at that point it's not a moon like a red stain mind game. At that point, it's not a red stain mind game. It's just you trying to save distance to get to the hit. But yeah, like you said, it should be something that you do on like the short side of a palette. But like, good survivors don't try to play the short side of the palette very often if they know better.
That's not that you try to adapt. If that's the case.
Yeah, why are you stalking somebody? Like somebody that you're actively going to chase. That's a nerd. You're going to go after her to get this eruption.
But if he didn't,
so stalking her there is pointless.
Very odd decision on this.
It's not a bad idea to stalk injured survivors and leave them for later, because even if they heal up, they're essentially still injured, quote unquote.
Shouldn't have been easy like that.
It's not a bad idea, but like you're actively going after her afterwards. So like, why did you do that?
Okay, you see, you are. You cheeky little thing.
I think I've said this in most of your match reviews, so I'm going to say this again. I feel like you are so in the moment with like talking nonstop that you don't focus. Like I try to like I will actively Twitch stream and play matches and like try to like side eye you guys and talk to you throughout the entire match. But there are some times where I don't say something for like a solid 20 seconds or 30 seconds because I'm like, I gotta get this hit. I gotta focus. But like, I can't imagine it's like easy for you to try and like, you know, lock in if you're just yapping the entire time you were playing. Like I don't mean this in any offense or condescension to you at all, I promise. but like, I had to mute you to talk. I had to mute you to get a point across because you when do you breathe in your matches? Because you are nonstop talking the entire time you're playing. Like I don't know how you focus if you're constantly talking the entire time. And I can't imagine that has a good effect on your matches. I guarantee, even if you're like, okay, well, I want to make entertaining YouTube videos, I want it to be entertaining. You can be quiet for like 20 seconds just to focus up, just to recollect, clear your mind, be like, okay, who do I need to go after? Which gens are probably being worked on, without overloading your brain with just constant talk the entire time. I feel like it would help you a lot. But I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you. Next one of these that you send in, give yourself breathing room. Give yourself little breaks where like you don't say anything. You just kind of like stop and think about what's going on. I guarantee it'll make your matches better.
Reason to chase you, I guess. It's just go
Is it a live stream? I don't think so. Just a YouTube video.
Let's go to these 2 gens. That hurts. Oh, I think I hear someone.
They have 2 KRs, easy.
Yeah, someone's in gen.
I think it's okay. I think a lot of people like. I lose a lot of my killer fundamentals sometimes. Like my tracking's been kind of garbage lately. To a certain extent, it's there's a lot of stuff. Crash marks went out that way.
Detection thing.
Like my tracking's been kind of bad lately, despite the fact that like that's my
okay.
You know, I have 7 KRs.
So my best gets to that middle.
Sometimes stuff just like
correct
goes by you, right?
Surprise. I don't even know why I did the locker, even with the reveal mechanic. Even though they weren't looking at me, the reveal mechanic is very awkward.
To say the least.
And I know that for a fact. That's why I crouch when I'm like,
good job.
when I'm stalking.
You're in a good spot here.
A bit more difficult.
Very good spot here. They unfortunately got the UE back up.
Slug here. Please.
What would be really helpful right now is a pain res.
Nope, they just left to go for.
So like that gen's just decimated.
There's no way they're going to go for that teammate straight away, right?
Never mind.
Okay,
oh, you should have hit that.
Okay,
that's so
I don't
sad.
know how that didn't hit, but okay.
Okay, you can hit now.
That okay? Yeah, I think I actually get this now. They just made a big mistake.
They're being very bold now. Nice, good job.
Oh no, decide to go for Survivor down there, and now.
Yeah, as long as nobody has Unbreakable, you just chase her.
Cost them the game. I should have not have won this. I legit should not have, but they didn't try to reset or anything.
Yeah, this is gone.
So, yeah. GG's.
Okay, no Unbreakable?
That was good.
No Unbreakable. Okay. So in terms of your main takeaways, first and foremost, like I was saying, the most prevalent one that I should say, like I said, my challenge to you is next time you submit a match review, I want you to take like 10-20-second breaks in between talking. Because I feel like it's really hard to focus. Like, imagine, like it's coming from you, right? But imagine if like I was trying to play Dead by Daylight, right? Which can often be a very, very stressful game, especially when you're playing a lower tier character like Ghostface. Somebody's like, anyways, did you know about how the weather's been lately? Did you hear it was going to rain today, but it was like 50% chance so it actually didn't rain? Isn't that kind of weird? I thought that weather forecasts were supposed to be mostly accurate. I think weathermen are just kind of weird because they spend their whole lives becoming meteorologists, but then they get the weather wrong. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, would that not be like really hard to focus if somebody was doing that in your ear the entire time you're playing killer? You're doing that to yourself. And I think that a lot of like your lack of efficiency comes from being distracted. But you're doing it to yourself by non-stop never being quiet. Being quiet in your brain helps you recenter, helps you refocus, helps you go, where are they? Who is Deathhook? You know, like asking the big good questions. But if you're just constantly yapping the whole time, like you're giving yourself no room to digest the information that you're taking in. So that is my big challenge to you. Hey, Lobster. Good to see you, friend. How are you? Second, you need to go back to the drawing board on what mind games are for, because you're kind of just doing them without analyzing why you're doing them. And I think part of that may be the fact that you're constantly distracting yourself at the same time. But there were several times you did like a hide your red stain mind game in full open view, which is not helpful because of course they can see you. So keep in mind that any point of a mind game is to gain distance on the survivor. If you're in a situation where there's nowhere to hide your body, there's no reason to do a red stain mind game. If there's nowhere to hide your actual body, don't do a hide your red stain mind game, because they can just still see you. If you are already going to be able to get the lunge by stepping a few steps forward, there's no reason to try and fake what direction you're going, because you're already within lunge distance. So try to remember, the point of mind games is to save distance going towards the survivor. If you're in a situation, whether because of line of sight or you can already get it, there's no reason to do a mind game there. Just try to refocus that. Third and final, one of the big things that really hurts you here is Ghostface specific, is you weren't really bleeding a lot, and bleeding is far superior to normal stalking. So the fact they were kind of like lackadaisical and only went for it sometimes, and it seemed like it wasn't always on purpose, that's a big thing. You can't just like leave that efficiency on the table, especially considering you're already playing a not too efficient character in terms of strength. So you kind of can't afford to leave other efficiency on the table. So you definitely should have been lean stalking. But yeah.